Welcome to episode 20 of Steins Gate. Last time we dealt with Moeka's issues, a big scene with her and Okabe, finding out about her and her depression, how she was used by FB, and now we gotta go find FB because the D-mails didn't work for fixing what Moeka did. So I'm very curious to see where this goes. I really want to get into it. Episode 20 now, we're getting close to the end, and it's insane, and we're going to watch it and discuss it at the end. Got the timer and subtitles if you want to follow that way, or you can pull the episode up on your own, but either way, let's go. 3, 2, 1, play. Alright. I am genuinely really excited. I want to see what's going to happen. I want to see what the FB deal is. I hope that is resolved and, revealed here. And see what they do to fix her initial D-mail. We're going to make it so that this never happened to her. So that FB never used her. Hopefully they can meet up with her and be friends and save her in a different way. And the coin locker, that's where the IBN is. Alright. We'll see what happens. I don't want it to end, but it must. It's really exciting to be getting close to the end. There's OVAs, there's a movie, there's a whole nother series. Don't know what I'll do about all that, but it exists. So yeah. But while the OP is playing, let me just say that if you enjoy these videos, subscribe to the channel, because we got a new Steins Gate every Monday, in addition to all the other videos that I upload every day of the week. And if you want to come chat about whatever, check out the Twitter and the Discord. And if you want to support the channel and my ability to make these videos and get these videos early, check out the Patreon. Those links are in the description below. So yeah, that stuff. We'll see what happens. And then after that, there's the lottery. That's a minor thing. Hardly relevant. Very easy to take care of. And there's the whole Kurisu death thing from the beginning that everybody's forgotten about. Well, not everybody. Okabe. That Okabe's forgotten about, because he's had a lot of other stuff on his mind. And then that'll be an issue, and don't have too many episodes to resolve that, so we'll see. That's going to have to get brought up at the end of this one or in the next one. Finalize Apoptosis. So we're at the locker. I assume she said which one it was. Whoa, he's gonna go pry it open. Nice English. Tell her. Very good. Sharing his information with Kurisu. Rash. Getting too excited. Kurisu is great for having him stop and think. Yeah, I mean, if you undo this, then you don't even need to get the IBN here. And just undoing the D-mails in order is more important. I know you want to go get it, but I still think this is what you need to do. Good to have Makise as the voice of reason. Go get the FB, dude. I always say dude, and it's the guy, even though the only reference at all is that she thought it was a woman. I just default to saying, oh, that dude, that guy, this person, because we don't know who they are. And we don't know. Because might not be a woman because you never met him or even heard the voice. Do it. For right now, that's probably what's for the best. So Moika's taking action here. She wants to meet FB. That's good. Didn't know if she would be involved in the episode or if she'd just stay on the floor. Mm-hmm. She's just noticing like all the stuff going on with him. Yeah, there's a lot happening that you don't know about. He's got some stuff to deal with, and he'll hopefully be able to hang out after it's done. Oh, Nai, hello. Spreading the message of the Tutaru. We will soon all be saying Tutaru. Damn. Okay. Upping the rent. How drastic. Could it be? There's just no one else. If we're just talking about characters that we already know, unless it's just a new person, he's like the only one. Unless there's some future shit at play. Like... And now we just get this scene about with him, and he's all, like, real nice to his daughter, and is like, yeah, I'm a guy. I'm in this show, too. Just makes me think, like... We're setting up for a reveal here. Because who else would it be? There's no other characters. Various different things could happen. I don't, like, see it being him, just from what we've seen of him so far. And it would surprise me, but I don't know, like, who else it would be. M4. So, like, buttering her up, telling her what she needed to hear. Being, like, a motherly figure, like what we talked about last time. I was wondering how this person got this information and knew what to say about her, knew what to say to her to get her on their side. Hello? Goodbye. Alright. Stealth mission. I'm thinking no. He wouldn't come himself. Well, you think. Unless, again, like, it's like Nai-chan from the future or something. Whoa, we got a tattoo. That's significant. Follow that man. Phone. Oh, there it is. And we lost it. Alright, try again. Yeah, makes sense. Not inconspicuous. Just stand behind a tree, looking over your shoulder. He's gonna put it on some truck. Is that truck? And there he is. He might just be another stop along the way. It might be a misdirection, because I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sold on this. When was that? Well, he has it now. She doesn't know him. Well, of course, she's never met FB, so... Okabe's confused. We're at midnight. Yeah, you were very upfront about all that. Very in her face with it. Now just stake out. Sit and watch. Someone show up? There it goes. Okay, where are we going with all this? It's going to an airport? To France? To CERN. So, yeah, I mean, like, with Mr. Brown, again, just thinking, like, is he just a stop along the way? Or is he the one? I mean, we gotta, yeah, what else are you gonna do? We know that they're just sending it straight off to France after that. Not following it there. Gotta deal with all the stops that were made here, and he's the one that you know, so let's talk to him. We're on to you. Unfortunately, you look like you could snap Okabe's neck with 2 fingers, should you choose to. Extra 6,000. Yeah, I was just thinking. You said 5. Are you FB? You know about CERN? No reaction. No surprise. He's behaving very normally. I see. There we go. There it is. He just calmly states it. She's a traitor. Reveals himself. There it is. Ferdinand Brown. What? Is that why he nicknamed him Mr. Brown? Because of the CRT shop, and he just adapted that as his moniker, as his nickname here? He's the only character that it, like, could have been, but I wasn't sure, because it just didn't really seem like it would be him. I was waiting for any kind of twists or different revelations. I didn't know if it would really happen, but sure seems, there it is Mr. Brown. That's real weird, thinking about him throughout the whole show. Now I want to rewatch it even more and like look at all his earlier scenes. Yeah, he was just like being who you needed him to be. How do you know who they most need? Wow, he's large. Because he was done with her. Yeah, he's just bearing it all, just straight up. I got rid of her. What a dick. Nye, your dad's a penis face. Just like this, he's just laying it all out there. He's like the big villain, or one of them, just right there. Yeah, so what's up with the Hashida Suzu? It does. Like, why is he doing all this? No. You have homelessness as a child? It's rough. Oh, shit. Yikes. That's all we're gonna hear about it? He was, I guess, brought in by them, and that's it. Well, shit. He was brought in by them, saved and used, and raised to use others as well. So, you know, he's just another pawn in the grand machine of CERN. And he just killed Moeka just like that. What about you guys? What about Okabe and Mayuri, or Karisu? What's he gonna do? Yeah, that's just what CERN does. He's just doing what they do. He's not the end-all be-all villain, he's just another cog in the machine. He's gonna turn the gun on himself. Yeah, yes he is. That was a good edit. Damn. Well, we gotta go change this. That's a lot to take in. Is she alive? Yep. Well, we've solved the FB mystery. Didn't expect it to play out like that. Yeah. Let's go. That should do it. 0.57. Mm-hmm. Alright, so that's taken care of. Should be there, right? Yeah, and now you have it. The one where you die. He forgot entirely about that. Right. Are we doing the lottery ticket thing? Does that not matter? Was it off-screened? Whatever. Okay. Good job, Daru. Yes! Thank you! He completely forgot. Oh, dear. Oh, I knew this was going to happen. He's going to be like, oh, thank God. Finally made it here. And then... forgot. Oops. But the one where she dies, I said this was going to happen a long time ago. But Kurisu dies. Now we gotta fix that. Because we don't know how we don't know who killed her. So. Dies. And there we have it. Let's talk about the episode. Alright, episode 20. The search for and the discovery of FB. And it's Mr. Brown. I was speculating about this. I mean, from very early on. But then mostly last time. And just to kind of go over everything again. You know, from the beginning, I'm thinking about the initials. And I'm like, okay, FB. It's probably not going to be anybody who we just meet, and their initials are just FB, and then there we go. But that's the first thing I think of. And I'm just like, alright, we got Ferris, who's an F. That's probably out the window. Got Mr. Brown, who's a B. That's not even his real name, though. And of course, I'm not thinking that it's him. I'm not thinking that it's any of them. Then last time, we get all the details about FB and their relationship with Moeka, and she thinks it's a woman. But we don't know. She's never met them. She's never spoken to them. We don't know, and it just seems like they said what they needed to say in the moment to get her to work for them, and then when they were done, throw her away because she's not needed anymore. So it seemed like could just be talking in a way that they knew she needed to hear. If she needed a motherly type figure, that's how they were talking. It didn't mean it was a woman. In fact, the fact that she thought it was a woman might be like lean more towards it being a guy. And we don't really get all the details on exactly like all of the information gathering that they were able to do to find out exactly what these people needed to hear, and that's really not relevant. It doesn't matter. We just find out that, you know, it is a guy. And I'm just thinking about all the characters that it could possibly be. yeah, there's a possibility that it's going to be a new character. This is just the person behind the scenes pulling all the strings, which we find out by the end FB wasn't even in that role. But, you know, that's what it could have been. We meet them and they're just a new character, and there's our villain for the last couple episodes, but that just seems like it would be too unsatisfying. We're not just going to introduce somebody new. There's time travel at play, so, you know, you could have somebody from the future. It could be some future version of somebody, but out of all of our cast of characters here, if you're going to reveal a character to be FB, there's literally no other characters except Mr. Brown. It's not going to be one of our main cast. It's not Nai-chan. Literally, he's the only other character. So I'm thinking, okay, is it him? He had a connection with Hashida Suzu. He's been there the whole time. Relevant enough to where you remember him, but not so much to where you're constantly thinking about him and suspecting him. He's got the cute little daughter, so you might not suspect him. He does have the B. Maybe FB, which I didn't know was Ferdinand Brown. If I had ever looked that up, that probably would have given it away. Or if I had known. I don't think they ever said it, because that would have been a giveaway. He's got the B, so I'm like, maybe he took the nickname Okabe gave him and used it. And sure enough, that is the case. Even though I was thinking that, I still couldn't really envision it. I was thinking, yeah, it could be him. That's like the biggest thing that makes sense, but I never suspected him, like, oh, it's you. Except in this episode, in the first scene that he was in, because we're building up to finding out who FB is, and then he gets this scene talking to Karisu and Mayuri and with Nai, and I'm like, why are they having this scene now? Probably because we're building up to him being FB, and sure enough, yeah, I never really saw it coming throughout the show, and I really want to go back and, like, I already want to rewatch this show for many reasons, but this just adds another on top of all that. I want to go back and watch all his earlier scenes. I just never thought about it. He was just there. He was the COT owner guy and whatever. But now we find out that he was a lot more important than that. And like I said, he is not the big bad. He's not the one pulling the strings behind this and the one behind it all, which is what I was saying last time. Like, you know, Moeka, she did a lot of bad, but she was being used, and we understand that she's not the root of the problem, and FB, they're the one who's really the issue. No. He's just exactly the same as her. He's just another cog in the machine that CERN is using. It's just CERN as a whole. That's the bad guys here. He was just another part of it who was used in the exact same way. I really like the story that he told. Again, with Moeka, we don't need to see every teeny tiny detail of his life. Just what he tells us, we understand. And make the connection that CERN is the real problem here. Just the way he described it was really good. And we see that they just picked him up, helped him out, and used him. And then they just probably done that to many people, and then they raised them to do the same to others. So he's just a part of this cycle. And so was Moeka. And it's just CERN in general, the people at the very top of it all, that have done this to probably many, many people. And it sucks, and it's unfortunate. Him taking out Moeka, I knew he was going to turn the gun on himself for the sake of his daughter, who he cares about. And that was a great cut when the gunshot went off, cutting to Nai sitting there eating. That felt for him. It sucks that they got wrapped into all this, and, you know, hopefully by the end of this whole thing, when we've fixed everything, we can really fix everything. We can save Mayuri, we can save Karisu, we can save Moeka, we can save Mr. Brown, and just all the people involved in this, and just get rid of it all at the core, hopefully. But yeah, Karisu, I've been saying it for a long time! I don't know about the lottery ticket, because when he was naming off all of the D-mails that they need to go fix, they named the lottery ticket. But then here they're kind of not addressing it, and before they said there was only one left when he was referring to Moeka's. And it's such a minor thing that it doesn't even matter. I don't know if they've just done it off screen or just aren't even bothering to address it because it's so minor. But either way, he finally remembers. Oh yeah! Because Makise of all people is the one who reminds him, because, you know, she doesn't know, like, that really she was actually stabbed and killed. He was the one who witnesses that and remembered it. And finally, finally, it dawns on him, oh my god, if I save Mayuri, Makise dies, and I've been saying that for so long, and I think the show's done a good job of making you possibly forget. I would be interested in knowing what percentage of people who watched this show weekly, or even binged it, would have forgotten, because there's so much going on in this show, and so many other things to latch onto and think about that you kind of just forget about that by the end. But because I do these discussions after every episode, of course I'm thinking about it a lot, and I didn't forget. I knew that this whole thing started with Karisu's death, and if we're going to get back there, then, you know, that's gotta happen, and then we gotta either have a sad ending where he accepts he can only save one, he's gotta try to save both, which is what I think will probably happen, and what I hope happens, and then we gotta find out all the mystery surrounding that. I knew that was going to have to be brought up very soon, either this episode or the next one, because we're getting close to the end, and I'm glad that we're on that track now, after the FB stuff. Because we don't know who killed her, somebody from the future who wanted to stop her, or somebody who knows about all the CERN stuff who wanted to stop her from ever being used by CERN. But then if you do save her, what if she's used by CERN? How do you stop all that? I don't know what he's going to do. But yeah, this is a whole nother dilemma. I saw this coming. I knew that we would get to the end and he would be like, alright, we're making progress, we're doing good, it's great. Oh, forgot about that shit, bombshell, everything sucks again. And there it is, you know, they've got the IBN, Daru's doing his thing, and bam. And Karisu is great in this episode too. I love her relationship with Okabe still, being the voice of reason. Like, I know you want to get the IBN, but we gotta do this, we gotta focus on this, keep sending the D-mails, keep fixing what you've done, and it'll work out, it's fine. Be patient, that was good. Towards the end, telling him to get his shit together. Very bad stuff that they just witnessed and experienced with Mr. Brown and Moeka, but she's like, come on, get it together, send the D-mail. Great having her there. Good scene with Mayuri too, as she continues worrying about Okabe and frets over the fact that he hasn't been spending time with her and is acting so strange, which, you know, it sucks that it's weighing down on her so much, but we know that he has to do this. He has to right these wrongs, and after it's all done, it'll be okay, and we can spend time with her, because she'll be alive, and she won't know about any of this, and we just have to get there. It's just a hard road on the way. I like that Moeka was still involved here, that she decided to go out with Okabe and try to meet FB. I didn't really expect that. I thought she'd be so traumatized from all this and so terrified, but she was willing to go try to find the truth, which is a pretty big thing, I think, for somebody in her mental state, that she was willing to do that. I'm sure that she wanted confirmation that she was right all along, that this FB was this great woman who had her best interests in heart and cared for her. She definitely wanted that to be the case, but the fact that she was willing to go out there and try to find the truth was really good. And it just sucks what ended up happening. And just the way it all played out is not what I expected. They just confront him, and he just responds perfectly normal, no surprise. Yep, that's it. You're a traitor, I'm FB, and just tells them absolutely everything. Calmly. And then his story and taking himself out. It just sucks that they were used in this way. And how we have that scene earlier in the episode with him talking to them, and he seems like this nice, normal guy, and, you know, he probably cared for them. In general, he probably was, aside from, you know, everything he had to do for CERN, a nice, normal person. This was just how he was raised to be and what he has to do, and he can't break out of it. The people who are just involved in this cycle in CERN can't break out of it, especially now that he has an eye, and just had to keep doing it. He just tells them straight up, yeah, this is what I did. Like, not acting remorseful or anything, but also not, like, gloating about it, just saying, like, yeah, this is it. These are the facts. That's what happened. I'm very curious how this will all play out in the climax, what kind of crazy shit's gonna go down, what Okabe's gonna go through. Saving Mayuri, saving Karisu, making sure that CERN doesn't take over, because, like, Karisu had to be killed for a reason, so how do you save her and then assure that the bad stuff still doesn't happen? I'm really excited. I want to watch it all right now, and I can't. I have to wait. But we're down to the wire here, and I'm really excited. So let me know what you thought of this episode. Damn it, I want to watch more right now. Thank you for watching. Subscribe! Twitter, Patreon, Discord, all that stuff linked down below. Appreciate it very much, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.